Hello, hello. We are back and black. I wish I had one of them hand clappy thingies that go, but I don't. Hello, everyone. I am your host. Some of y'all know me by Peirrce. Some of y'all know me by Peach. This is a IME Inc. broadcast, and we officially are alive in 2026 because we've been asleep since the end of 2025. Um, on the, I guess, what is this? The right side of me, there is a QR code for our latest and greatest fundraiser hosted by our In Black committee. It's the Rainbow Paint and Sip. Please take the time to scan the QR code. And I will put it back up later. But tonight is not going to be a stressful night. If you are a previous watcher In Black, you know it can get really intense. So this week, we're just going to kind of ease our way back in and say that we are back. Some of our panelists are not here tonight, but hopefully they will be here next week. Everybody's getting back into the groove. So, panel, mute yourself. Let's start with Dre. Say hello. Let us
What
know
up,
what you,
people?
yeah, what you been doing, Dre? What's been
What
going
up,
on?
people? Life been lifing. It's I'm glad to be back. We miss you guys. Like, hey, watchers. Peach didn't let me get cute tonight or nothing. I look scruffy, but we back for sure. We back for sure. But life been lifing, Peach. Newly single again. Hey, let's make it happen, Kevin.
Oh, okay. All right, Tim, you up in the hot seat. What's been going on, Tim?
Hello, peoples. Life has definitely been lifing. So, not to be melancholy, but I'm gonna start off like this because I know in the last 2 months I've lost quite a few people. So, anybody out there who just recently lost somebody in the last couple of months, I understand where you're at. I'm sending prayer, love, and support. Um, but outside of that, different projects going on. It's just I'm making progress on so many things. So the year is kind of getting off to an exciting start. I missed y'all. I'm glad to be back. I'm ready to dig into these topics. I want everybody, the viewers, don't hesitate to participate. If you have any questions or if it's anything y'all want to know, y'all want us to answer, just hit your keyboard, just type it. Even if we don't get to it at that second, we will get to it at the end of the show when we open up the floor. I'm glad to be back. I missed y'all.
All right, Miss Smack, what's been going on? You are on mute, hun. Take yourself off mute.
I'ma hold it up just like that. That's what's been going on. You feel what I'm saying? I've been enjoying life, finding out a lot about me, putting me first and my health. That's at the forefront of my life now. I'm just so happy. Getting my much needed rest, but also learning how to tell people no when I can't do things. I am taking a stab at something I haven't done before, and that's teaching people how to, you know what I mean, how to organize, how to become a community organizer. We're in a time where we need that right now. So I've just been enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Learning about me and making me happy and putting me first. So that's been the best thing, and continuing to educate my mind to learn more about myself so I could really step into my purpose. I know what my purpose is, but to really step into it with having a clear mind and still be liberated at the same time.
Thank you, Smack. Well, what have I been up to? Well, I have been venturing out and doing a little bit more hosting and putting myself in different spaces so I can kind of get us a larger demographic of people to tune in. And as you know, when you're in public space, if they follow you, they'll follow you anywhere. And that's just been my goal for the last couple months. In addition to getting my health together, I had a scare in October. I fell and hurt myself, and then I turned around and got the daggone flu. So this last year in, it was just been a lot. So I'm like Vonda, it's more or less me, self-care, and doing what I need to do to become the very, very best peach that I could be, the representation of the community and all the brands and everything else that I do. All right. So, hey, good evening, Carmen Jones. Thank you for joining us. She said, loving the back. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is going to be a very light night, right? And behind the scenes, we discuss adding some clips from social media. And let me tell you, the In Black cast they never let you down, man. Some of the clips I seen in the inbox, I said, oh my God, what is going on with us? But I guess, we family and we like to discuss everything. So I'm going to play the clip because this one with Mr. Crying so bad is a hot mess. And it's also going to be related to the topic for next week. Because, we in the pulpits, right? And we're going to discuss that. But let me play Mr. Crying so bad. This a mess, y'all. A mess. I don't even know who put that in it. Who got that clip? Who got that clip?
All smack.
It was hilarious. But let me put it up for y'all. Hot mess. Let me get to it.
Is that the right screen?
Yep, I got the screen here now. Honey, this is a hot mess. I'm gonna play it now.
So I posted a video praying yesterday, day before yesterday, anyways, don't matter. So I posted a video praying. Someone said, what about the prayer about deliverance from homosexuality? We can also pray that, and we can also pray all those sins away. We can pray all your flaws away. We can pray that homosexuality sin away. But when I begin to open my mouth and I begin to speak, what fly out of my mouth, it's going to deliver me. And it's also going to deliver you and everybody in your family. I guarantee the people that like to throw stones in the comments that act like, oh, pray the homosexuality spirit. Okay, what about the spirit of you being conceived before your father even thought about putting a fucking ring on your mama finger? What about the spirit of you sitting around putting people in your family on a pedestal that fucking touch the kids? The reason that you got so many fucking sissies in the motherfucking world. What about the spirit of you sitting around shitting out 1,000 motherfucking kids before a person even thought about putting a ring on your finger? If we're gonna talk about that, let's bring up all of that. Because the people that throw the first stone, I guarantee you're not living right. Bitch, you probably still curse. You probably still drink. You probably sit around high, slouched on the couch right motherfucking now. High off 1,000 motherfucking Percocets. You still smoke weed. Bitch, you still lie. That's a sin. You eat pork. Bitch, that's a sin. Heavy back, greedy back, glutton, sinful, greedy bitch. That's a sin. Do you not know that God, how are you going to tell somebody about sins and you're judging? Bitch, you're slow. See, one thing about me, I know that I'm still being worked on. I'm not perfect. But when I pray, I don't throw anybody up on the bus. I don't speak on you. Y'all be quick to try to deliver someone from homosexuality. Deliver that hoe and sin off your cousins. Deliver that hoe and sin off of your straight brothers. Your straight uncles that are you fucking 1,000 bitches, nothing in them, not even taking care of fucking kids. If you're going to pray for something, pray that spirit off him first. Pray that spirit off him being married and y'all condone him sitting around fucking Tom, Dick, and Harris just because you don't see it. Who in the fuck you think fucking the homosexuals? Don't start with me, cause bitch, I will get to preaching. So I posted a video praying
Me take myself off mute, honey. I don't know what in the world, but I listened to that, and I don't know about the rest of the panel. I'm gonna just get what y'all take on that little clip because y'all put it in there. Um, but there's a lot of truth in what he said. Come on, Mr. Grimes. He had a lot of truth in there. So I'm gonna get the panel's reaction. Y'all let me know because we are back this season and we're gonna be a little bit messy. And please feel free to add in whatever he forgot that we need to be praying on. I think I want to add. We need to pray on them. These these homophobes, they praying on everything else, but they ain't praying their ass up off of welfare. They worry about us, but they ain't praying up off of what you could go get a job. You could be doing so much other stuff, but you worry about us. How about you pray yourself up off the system? I'm gonna put Smack on the floor. You go ahead.
It's one of my favorite people. Number one, I just want to say he is one of my favorite people on social media right now. Like he keeps it real and it has always been authentic. When I saw this, I remember watching the prayer and I thought, oh man, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? It was around like I think it was around New Year's, around Christmas, something like that. It was a good prayer. It went through a lot in his life. But for somebody to come like that, he said a lot of things that people like me, I couldn't go on and do a video and say it because I'm attached to too many things. But he spoke for so many of us. And that's why it's got the views that it got. He spoke for so many of us in the community because I've always been saying that no sin is greater than the other. You know what I mean? You want to get biblical. Like he came so hard and I just like, yo, I thank you. He has said a lot that a lot of church folks don't even look at themselves, and all you doing is sitting up judging. You know what I mean? I just loved it, and it hit everybody. And a lot that goes on in the Black community that we don't really want to talk about in households. Yeah, like why do you got 10 kids with 10 baby daddies and you're not married yet? But you sitting here judging someone who's a homosexual. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, like really, like let's keep it real. Like just like, why are you still dating this man that's married and he don't stay with you and y'all got secret babies? Like, it's so much. Why are you eating pork but you judging me? You know what I mean? You're supposed to be eating things from the earth, I thought. I mean, and I'm not trying to get biblical because we do got Andre here who could answer that part, but you're around here eating things that you shouldn't be eating. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
All right, come on now. I mean, Dre, come on up.
Okay, Smack. You started some shit. Yeah, next week is gonna be messy. I'm here for it. Listen, y'all already know I'm the realest preacher in Delaware. I put a stamp on that no matter where I go. I don't care what they say and how they say it. I ain't never been a perfect Christian. That's why I like being who I am. Hey baby mama, I see you on. So at the end of the day, like, he hit the nail on the head. If we gonna pray, let's pray, but let's pray for real. Like let's pray on these deacons that's screwing everybody in the church, or let's pray on the pastor who got a wife but still screwing his secretary. Hell, if you want to pray really, let's pray on the pastor who got a wife but still screwing his adjutant who happens to be a man. But that's neither here nor there. That's next week. Podcast man, Mr. Cry a lot, Mr. Cry about everything. I seen your chicken stuff on your fried chicken, but I ain't never see this one. And yeah, I like it, sir. Yeah, Smack, send me the prayer. We need him on next week. Listen, sir, do what you do and call these bastards out. That's what I do from the pulpit. I love every bit of it. You come in my church and start bashing somebody, I'm gonna bash that mic on mute and bash you to your seat. That's how we do. And it is what it is. You don't believe me? Ask that Kojic pastor that thought he was gonna be talking shit to Jamal Bryant's wife and thought it was gonna be cool from the pulpit. You told him his wife looked like a $2 hoe, and your wife looked like a football field. Like, what the fuck? But anywho, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a good. This is going to be a good season if this is how you kicking it off, Peach. Yep, back to you, and I drink to that.
Tim, come on up. Unmute, Tim. You muted.
Baby, when I tell you I miss y'all, it ain't nothing like a little bit of y'all. But I'm sorry. Even though some of the issues that he hit was like my personal issues, I laughed almost through the whole thing. And it wasn't because I didn't take it seriously. It's because people are so conscious about being judged, conscious, self-conscious, whichever one fits correctly. But people are so worried about being judged that people don't speak freely like this. And when I tell you he went up one side and down the other, it's not too much that you can add, but it's just the fact that he just kept going. Like you could tell he thought about this for a long fucking time. This didn't just all come off the chest. These things that's been bothered Big Bro for a minute. And he just lined them up, and it just I could hear gunshots after after everything that he laid down. I could hear another gunshot, and he was just popping them off, bro. It just I loved it. I mean, it was 100% the truth. It was 100% accurate. It was direct, but it just the way he just nonstop just laid it down was hilarious to me. I'm sorry, I got a funny sense of humor. That was hilariously correct. If that's the correct term, I loved it. But he spit nothing but the truth. That was real shit.
All right, Tim. Maxine, are you coming up? Welcome, Maxine.
Hey, Maxine.
I don't know. I guess Maxine can't unmute. But honey, listen, Mr. Crying Out Loud had me cracking up. I was sitting here while y'all was talking, thinking about multiple things people could do. You can go on ahead and chastise them bad children instead of worrying about us. You could go on ahead and make sure, because a lot of them kids can't read. Go on, get that reading rainbow popping. Do something like that. Go do some clean up in your neighborhood. Get them drug dealers up out of there. You know, it just snowed this weekend. Go get that shovel and clean off the front of your porch. You got a lot of stuff you could be doing instead of worrying about what we got going on. But yeah. If you are just now joining us, In Black is back. We'll be kicking off every show with a small little clip from, some of the LGBTQ plus content creators and any local news or anything that's popping involving us. And we'll be having a small discussion within a discussion. Carmen Jones, funny, she said chicks be mismanaging their twats and got the nerve to judge hunching on everything. Honey, ain't that something? And you know what's funny about that too? Let's add. A lot of them that be talking about us be fantasizing about us because we the best. We are the best. But all right. So let's kind of recap last season because we had a lot of stuff going on. Honey, I went back and I looked at some of our shorts, and even that was funny. But I'm going to play our most popular short, and then I'm going to get y'all opinion about what you felt. Do you remember anything from this clip? How you feel now? Let's get this most popular clip. Honey.
I hope this ain't the one that set it off. Oh, y'all can hear me.
Don't have no rhythm. 2, cooking macaroni cheese in a crock pot. 3, stealing our culture and trying to be us. 4, taking our jobs that they don't deserve. 5, wearing our hairstyles that's ours. And 6, for us not whipping their asses for all above. Okay.
I'm with you, Donna, because them cornrows.
Don't have
Oh my God.
I love Donna. I love Donna.
That was one of our most famous clips that got the most views. Panel, what are you thinking about that clip? What are you how do you feel from before versus now? Is it the same? Anything you want to share about this clip? Because the clip was amazing. I'm gonna bring Dre up. Dre.
If we were playing Jeopardy, I would be like, boom, what is Donna reading what we don't like about white people? Listen, that show there, y'all was a trip. Y'all was a trip for that. Donna, you didn't have to go through that like that. That was very clever. Y'all know I like shit like this. Like this. Oh, like why do y'all consider me the pastor of the panel? Like this is
Because you're a
stuff
pastor.
Go on mute. Hit the M. Like, yeah. Donna. Oh, Donna. I know you watching, girl. I love you. That clip made me love you even more. You're just you, you know. I don't even remember my answer to that. But you did not have to give us a list of 10 freaking items. I really just want you to understand that. Like, you've been holding that in for a long damn time. But we here. I'm with you. You know, they got pissed off because y'all took over sports. Y'all started taking over ice hockey, baseball, basketball. You know, y'all look better in the booty shorts. Y'all niggas is taking over line dancing. They about sick of you mofos. And so, yeah. Y'all done took over country music, and I ain't talking about Beyonce because there's a lot more people who sing much better than her in country music. Beehive, say what you want. What? My gun's loaded. But we taking over. And now we taking over podcasting. So, Peach, they gonna be coming for you next. You gonna have some problems, girl. Y'all that took over porn. Y'all black people just taking over every damn thing. But yeah, so be it. You know, they smart. They ain't put y'all asses on TBN yet. Picture that. but yeah. That's my answer.
Tell. You gotta mute yourself. Tim, you choking.
Because, oh gosh, I love Donna. Donna is the most unique member of the cast. And she's cleverly funny. But Donna be serious as shit. And she do not be fucking playing when she be saying this stuff. But Donna's delivery is so innocent that this shit takes you out. Because if I was saying it or Smack was saying it, it would sound so fucking rude. But when Donna says it, you just kind of, okay, Donna, that's. But she hit some. I hate to be stereotypical because I hate stereotypes, but she hit a lot of key points in her observations. I'll put it like that. Gotta love Donna.
Oh God, Smack.
Well, Donna, she what took me out was the macaroni and cheese in the crock pot. I didn't even know that was. I ain't never heard of such. I didn't even know you could do that, man. That's just wild. It was the as she got over that, it was the passion in her, and she was counting it down. Like Dre said, it looked like that's something she'd been wanting to say, and finally got a platform to say it. So it was nice to see that passion come through. And then she was like, yeah, and then we won't beat you up for the stuff before, like or the last part that she said, that was it for me. I was like, yo, it wasn't really no more anybody could. I don't think we all said anything after that, because Donna spoke for us all, if I'm not mistaken. But when you ask about now, I mean, there's a lot going on now. I mean, for me, it's a little bit different. A lot of people wonder why I'm not saying things on certain things that are going on in our world right now, because we as Black people, especially Black LGBTQ people, we've been already going through what y'all seeing today. And where was y'all at when we needed y'all? And I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you, Peach.
Well, all right.
All right. So let me pull up some more little clips from my shows, because I'm telling you, last season we had a lot to say about a lot. And if you just joining us, that question was the reason why white people should be thankful for Black LGBTQ plus people. And that was Donna's response. Awesome response, Donna. I was just taken all the way back because I thought she was going to say something modest. And I'm like, smack the mac and cheese thing. But the killer for me is y'all lucky we ain't whoop y'all ass. I was like, oh. Woo! Let me get to the next clip, y'all. Remember, this is just a recap show. Next week, we're going to be jumping in. We going all the way in. And our topic for next week is we're in the pulpit and what? What are y'all going to do? We there. And we're going to have the conversation. But let me go in to the IME YouTube. And I'm going to share some of our shorts. The most popular shorts that did well on our YouTube channel. All right. Y'all had a lot to say last season, I tell you. Y'all was just doing y'all thing.
Uh-oh.
Familiar?
Right people I just got scared. At the table, having the right people to talk, having the right people to speak up, having the right people to stand for something and stand against what they know is wrong. And I also feel like if the media allows just transparency to be what it is, it would be a lot more accepted throughout the nation. If people could just be themselves without worrying about who's going to say something, who's not going to agree with them, who's going to, cancel them in this hour. I feel that a lot of people would be able to receive the LGBTQ plus community and would be willing even more to work with the community, because they'll understand, like, these are real people who got real stories, real testimonies, real issues. Right people at the table.
Do y'all actually remember that episode when we were talking about media representation?
Yeah, how whether or not we think media represented us in a positive or a negative way.
Right. So that was Dre. I'm gonna put Dre up here. Tell me what you think about what you had to say, Dre. Do you even remember that episode?
I do, and that was one of the episodes I actually behaved myself. What I really wanted to say. When I first came on the show, I was like, I'm gonna be dignified. That's what I first said. And then after like show number 4, I was just like, the hell with dignified. I'm gonna be me. But yeah, I remember that show, and I stand 10 toes down on what I said. We have to do better with being received, but we can't be received until people understand that everybody has a story behind who they are. If we can receive this, If we could receive this stupid shit like baddies and bad boys and everything that deals with negative connotations of who people are, like ain't nobody wake up fighting, and if you do, grow the hell up. You grown. But if we can just look at the fact that everybody has a story behind who they are. I think the media especially would be more receptive to just receiving people. Right, that's my answer.
All righty. Does anybody else have anything they would like to share based off that clip?
Go ahead, tell me I feel you.
Tim? No?
I don't remember everything he said in the clip to respond. The like give a full response. So I'm just gonna
Gracefully bow down.
bow out, never down.
Yeah, okay, bow out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was one of our less controversial topics because listen, all right. So I couldn't find a clip for it, but I know y'all can share y'all sentiments, and I'm sure it's the same. Y'all remember the show about the maps?
I knew you was getting ready. Yeah, we remember. None of us forgot that show. Baby, none of us forgot that show.
I'm not trying to raise my blood pressure again.
Does
You sure
anybody
you
want
want to talk
to
about
share
that?
about the map show? Honey?
I still stand 10 toes down on what I said about that bullshit too. Now I just told you my left side locked down this morning, and you gonna bring me back up on this clap and talk about this. You see me taking my heart medicine, smack. Let me explain something to y'all.
Here we go.
Let me explain something to y'all. You little bullshit ass, nasty ass little kid lovers, y'all going to hell. You, your orange ass president, these fake ass cops they got out in the society calling them ICE, all you little motherfuckers gonna be in jail. Y'all gonna be the hell in hell together. All gonna be chained together singing "We Shall Overcome," getting y'all ass pounded by the devil, you nasty bastards. I'm done.
Anybody else got anything to say about the map episode?
I just want to know, why do they feel as though why does society or special groups that come forward think that they could just come over here with us? Like,
There
who
we
did y'all
go.
talk? Y'all must have talked to the wrong people, because you ain't come over here and talk to M Black. Just come on. I'm just keeping it real. What makes them think that is okay? Number one. And number two, what would make you think that you could come over here and join our culture? Keep that way over there. Matter of fact, go find an island.
Tim, nothing.
Oh no, I got something on this one. Trust to believe. It's like this. Them wanting to join us is just like the families who protect the child molester and demonize the child that was victimized. It's ass backwards, and it doesn't make sense. You do not belong over here with us. Y'all just don't belong over here. Everybody can't just come the fuck over here and put a letter on the end and just move here. Like, we already have so many stigmas and stereotypes that we are fighting. And the mountain is still fucking amazingly fucking high. All these years we've been fighting, and we're still looking up at Mount Everest. And then you want to come over here with that silly ass shit? Look, as someone who was molested as a child, What's wrong with you doesn't have anything to do with homosexuality. Y'all need to find a motherfucking island, like Vonda said, and take y'all's ass over there. Don't come over here with that shit. We already have a struggle. And no, we don't agree with that. Well, it's people over here already that do like to fuck with young kids, but we just no, it don't have anything to do with us, and you can't just run over here and claim a letter and jump on the fucking end and hide behind us. No, fuck that. We fought for this. We bled for this. We're still fighting for this. We're still bleeding for this. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many jobs that I've lost in the last decade when they found out my sexual preference. My work was excellent. If I told you how many jobs that I've lost just because they found out my sexual preference, you would say that I'm lying. Like we don't need that extra shit over here. We already got our fucking fights and battles. Don't come over here with that silly shit adding to our struggle. That don't have anything to do with us. I don't know how many letters that we're up now, but from the first one to I think it's what 8, 9. No, you're not gonna be number 10. Fuck that. Find your own. Fight your own battle. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with us. They not like us. They not like us.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, my sentiment is still the same. The ones that I had from last season, they need to die. I don't care if you a map in the heterosexual community, the homosexual community, you need to die. Just die. Put them in the firing squad and let's just shoot them. Or electrocute them or something. I'm sorry this sounds so harsh, but you need to die. Leave the kids alone. And that is just my sentiment. But let's get back to keeping the show rolling. Now I have another clip. Again, if you are just now tuning into In Black, it gets really intense. Go to IME Inc. It's at on YouTube at IME Inc. 234, and you can watch these episodes. That minor attracted person one was so intense. Everybody probably had to sage themselves, take a spiritual bath, go to church and everything else because it was just intense. Intense. So let me get to the next clip. Who do we have in the next clip?
Do you feel that the LGB should be separate from QTI individuals? And I'm going to start with Tim.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We stuck together. We stuck together. We've always been together. There's no reason to separate now.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Stan?
No.
Okay, Kalani?
I mean,
do you feel that the LG
Okay, so it appears that Kalani had a little bit of a dilemma. All right, Tim, you up on the hot seat. You heard yourself. Do you still feel the same way?
100%. 100%. Well, I mean, I've found out something since then that I didn't know. You know, I found out I was technically pansexual. And it makes sense. Especially considering I never quite fit in one box. I'm multifaceted. So yeah. But as far as the separation, no, I don't. My mind hasn't changed on that. Is separate for what? That's my answer.
Thank you, Tim. All right, Vonda, what sparked you to ask that question?
What's that in the background? I hear something banging. I don't know. Because at times it feels like certain classes on the other end feel as though us on the front end ain't got to. We shouldn't be speaking on their culture. Like we don't qualify to speak on their culture. Sometimes I feel like it seems sometimes like they try to separate from us, but that's just me. When I look at it from an advocacy point, I just feel like we all in this together. Doesn't matter if we're separate. You know what I mean? I don't feel as though still feel it's like Tim said, we got 9 different letters now. I didn't even know we was up that high. But you know, I mean, you talking about somebody who came out in the 80s, you know what I mean? Knew what I was in the 70s. You feel what I'm saying? But truly came out in the 80s. And it wasn't all these extra letters, but we still love one another. You feel what I'm saying? And I still feel that I don't know. I just asked that question to ask it because one, it was on a piece of paper because you were sick that day. I'm being transparent. But I like the question because that's something that's always, you know, floated through my mind. I just want to be me, a smack. You know what I mean? And people don't understand why I say that. I don't really put myself into all these different things that are going on in our community. But when it come down to advocating, I'm gonna be there for everybody. So at the end of the day, I just think it should be LGBT for real. All the extra stuff. I mean, I still, hey, that's what you are. That's cool. You know, I still be there for you. But then there are some that want to be separate. You feel me? They don't acknowledge that they're apart. And I'm just gonna say to me, you know, I try to reach out and get to know more about the trans community. And I noticed I only have a select friends that I can really get to know the things that I want to know from those people. Not everybody's open and want to talk to someone who's a lesbian. Sometimes they may think like I'm just trying to get to know more because I advocate for that community a lot in my daily work, in my national work. I advocate a lot. And sometimes I just feel like I need to get to know more to see why, like what's going on in my own community, how are they being treated? And sometimes people are very standoffish and don't want to talk to me. But that's cool. You know, I just keep moving on. I got people I could call that are here in Delaware now. So I'm happy about that. And it's all about the energy. You feel me?
Thank you, Smack. Dre, do you have anything you want to say about this topic or you passing? All right. So I have another clip from our show. We almost to that 1 hour mark. And this was another interesting show. Very educational. I think it was educational for the panel. It was educational for the people watching that may not know that LGBTQ plus people, we actually have a history. We're not just sexual freaks or outcasts. We actually are doing things and have been doing things all across the globe. So let me play this clip. And I think we're going to recognize this person.
We would never know what mass mobilization moments are if it was not for Rustin. Rustin probably helped encourage, you know, a lot of the gay rights movements, the things that we're still fighting for today. He marked how we actually activate and how we go about bringing change. It was him. Don't get me started because once I started doing research for him, it like hyped me up because I didn't know this man did all this. I heard the name before, but I really didn't know until I went and did my own research on him. And he did a lot. You hear about him a lot, even in my favorite organizer, which is LJ Baker.
Thank you, Smack. I don't know. Do y'all remember that episode? I know Smack probably has to remember that episode.
Yeah, I see that. I see my nerve in my head, man. That's from trying to remember things. I see me was I was that was a rough night there trying to remember, but then the passion came through. You know, this is what I do on a daily. I don't know if y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all see the smoke coming up? I'm sorry, it's burning a little bit too much, but yeah. Um, I do remember it was a great time, and I had to channel back my passion because I'm very passionate. A lot of my style of organizing and activism come from people before me, and now it feels good to be teaching some of their techniques to our community today. So I still stand 10 toes down on what I said.
All right. Dre, did you want to chime in on this one?
I just want to say, Smack, I didn't know you was a preacher. Um, you you started preaching in that episode. I do remember that part. I do remember that. Um, for me, on my timeline, that was one of the most commented episodes. Because I just had people who sent me inboxes that was just like, "Yo, y'all did y'all big one on that episode, and we didn't know about half the stuff y'all talked about." I feel like, when we do this our galas or whatever we do, we should have just a LGBTQ table that talks about LGBTQ soldiers. People who made a difference, and if it wasn't for them, um, you know, half the stuff we see wouldn't be even what it is. Like, even with standing behind Martin Luther King and, Coretta Scott King being a big LGBTQ advocate, and just, you know, changing history, Broadway, and now sports. You know, they're the first LGBTQ champions are now crowned in wrestling. Who would have ever thought that, a sport that gets paid for grabbing men's balls all day will finally have people who actually likes to play with balls. So these are things, we got to look at. This is huge. This is huge.
Thank you, Dre. Tim, you got some words? No?
I think everything that I could say has been said.
Okay. Okay. Now, that was a fabulous episode. One of my favorites because, as everyone knows, I am a history buff and I write the IME history blog. That will be it will be returning February 1st. So look out for it. I do it the first week of every month. I scour all books, resources, and I find our LGBT unsung heroes and I bring them to you. So just go to imecorp.org. That is my thing. Now let me move on to the last clip. Let's see who this person is going to be. All right, 1 second. Let me pull up this clip. And of course it will be me, right? Fighting not to be gay, and then he finally busts out the closet and have a little bit of communication, and then the show goes off. I rarely see us depicted like the Cosbys. Wouldn't that be hot if they show like the gay Cosby show, where it's two lawyers, that's two men or two women, or however the LGBT dynamic is, and they got children and they're raising them, and everybody grows up, becomes successful people. The end. No one is getting raped. No one is becoming prostitute. No one's in ballroom. They're just actually doing regular things, fighting not to be gay. All right. So I think that was also from the representation in media episode. And my thoughts still remain the same. I mean, a lot of the things that people actually believe about us, I think, is just propaganda, is just social engineering. But we do so many fabulous things that is just not depicted on the television screen. It's not so much depicted on social media. It's not out on black YouTube, white YouTube, TikTok. I think if we had better representation showing, Vonda on the front lines, fighting, Dre in the pulpit, me and Tim just advocating, showing different sides. I think Tim is wonderful. You actually have a craft that you do, and you are a pansexual male, where most people will believe that you were just a straight gay sissy man that they would call, oh, he's just a sissy. He's this. But that is just not the reality of our world. And I wish that the media would depict that better or even more. And even in the movies. So I still say I want the gay Cosby Show. I don't know what it would be called, but I don't want it to be Noah's Ark. I want it to be something else. Does anybody else have anything to say based on what I said? Come on, Tim.
Well, me personally, I would love it. But here's the reality. They use our culture. They make money off of our culture, but they never put it quite, they incorporate it into major things, but they never put it in a perspective to say, this is okay. They just display it. They use our culture, they make money off of it, but they just display it. They never put it in a positive, productive package like the Cosby Show or Full House. They never put us in any agendas like that, living single. They don't put us in wholesome situations like that. Everything always has to be attached to, like you said, the sex industry, prostitution, ballroom, voguing, messing with the L guys. Like it's so programmed. It's like a Tyler Perry script. You might enjoy the ride, but you know exactly what's going to happen. Then there's going to be a lesson and a great song at the end. It's like they use us they have us packaged as a product, but they won't let us live. You know what I'm saying? It's slavery. It's slavery. They'll incorporate us into the Victoria's Secret runway show, and they'll incorporate us into this, and they'll incorporate us to that because they have a use for us and our culture is popular. But they never put us on a grand stage and say, this is okay. It's okay to be this way. There's nothing wrong with these people. Everything that's put out there is put out as the complete opposite. It is not okay to be gay. They damn us, but they vulture our culture. They vulture our lifestyle. And they don't really give us accolades. There's select few, they'll give a Grammy, they'll give an Emmy, they'll give an Academy Award, but you don't see us up there in flocks. You don't see us in movies in flocks. And when you do, we have select roles. Every black sitcom that has a gay son, he either has a drug problem or he's hypersexual. Every last one. We could go through each show and pick out the gay member of the show, and he's either going to have a drug addiction or he's going to be hypersexual or he's been molested or a combination of the three. I didn't feel like we were represented correctly in the media then. I still don't feel like we're represented correctly in the media. Maybe I feel so intensely about it because I'm gay and black. 2 strikes. That's my answer.
Thank you, Tim. Anybody else got anything they want to say? All right, let's go, Vonda.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, when movies first came out, it was black people playing all the cruddy roles, and they would be straight people playing roles from our community. You know what I'm saying? And you would have some Caucasian too, but they weren't really truly LGBTQ. They were acting in roles in what they thought our culture was about or what they may have saw. But like Tim said, man, like even today, like a lot of our movies, we have to go watch the series on YouTube because nobody will pick up the show or in the independent films. That's where you see a lot of those. They don't get the mainstream where it's all LGBTQ in the movie. You know what I mean? Now we're just getting parts of it. You know, it's just I'd be glad when we're treated equal and we're not, and it holds us back. But one thing I can say is our culture, we know how to support our people. You know what I mean? Especially in the independent film. I mean, look at the L Word. It was on HBO forever. It never made it to any like movie or big stream, but look how many people were watching it. And then today you can still go and watch it. You know what I'm saying? And then we had to get famous people in a movie. What was his name? The black guy, and was it Tu Wong Fu? Am I saying
Oh,
it right?
Wesley Snipes?
No, Wesley
Wesley.
Snipes. He's not even LGBTQ. He's not even gay, but we got a whole famous actor so that they could make money off of us when we've got plenty of famous people that you could have put into that position. You feel what I'm saying? I remember the one show you turned me on to, Queen, and it was like a contest between ballrooms. You feel what I'm saying? That should have easily been on like a major network.
Legendary.
Legendary. It should have been on a major network. When I say a major network, I'm talking a major network where somebody don't have to pay a subscription to watch it. They just paying a regular cable bill. You know, what is it? Channel 6, 47, and 28. Even if you put us on 28, we would have been happy on PBS. We should have got main exposure so that people could have seen that. You feel, the channel with Mr. Rogers. I'm just saying, pick us up mainstream. Just don't give us little snippets. Because technically y'all using what y'all see us do every day or what you think we're doing. I'm just keeping it real. Let us play some of them parts and stop jacking our stock. Like Tim said.
Dre, you got something to say?
First of all, PBS had enough gay shit with Sesame Street. So what you gonna not do is add more shit to it. I'm with Smack though. I mean, I'm a legend. I loved fucking Legendary. Let me just make that known. Like HBO dropped the ball with Legendary. Get them people their money that they're worth. Like that. That's why it's not on. That and creative control issues, of course, is always. And then, can I say that too, though? I do feel though, Peach, like a lot of the times we're not represented the way we supposed to be because, truth be told, especially when it comes to the black community, being black and gay, like Tim said, 2 strikes, but we're not. We don't know how to just do business and let business be. We always got somebody gotta always be the head queen and somebody always gotta be mother. Damn, can we do business? Like, can we learn how to just be okay with this is how we get our coin and we not gonna fuck up our bag because we always trying to outdo one another. And I think the sooner we do that, the better we can be. Because a lot of the shows that could have really popped when it came to the LGBT community would never do on the same grand scale as Queer as Folk, not because the show wasn't good, but because simply we don't know how to do business as black people. We ain't never satisfied with our contracts. We ain't never satisfied with what we getting. We ain't never. Yeah, we know y'all getting underpaid. We know y'all getting undercut. I mean, hell, that's why Will Smith screwed half of y'all. But at the end of the day, like, just be okay with some shit. Like, get the bag, get the coin, learn how to produce your shit, learn how to write your own shit. You see, that's why Tyler Perry don't have a writing team. That's why all his shit's the same because he has no team. But get your thing together, and then push yourself to greater. You know, we dropped the ball on so many shows. Noah's Ark, to me, ball was dropped because at the end of the day, it became the writing became bullshit. Like, let's just call it what it is. You know, but Ballroom, like Legendary was phenomenal. There's another I don't want to call it an underground movie, but Leave It on the Floor was phenomenal. And should have hit like many major networks, but they didn't do what they wanted to do simply because they had an unknown cast for real. But then the lead star of the or one of the lead stars of the movie ends up on Broadway. Like what? So I do predict 2026, 2027, y'all gonna see a lot more LGBTQ representative on TV, but that's only because now they're turning everything into a Broadway production. Like, that's my answer.
Thank you, Dre. Before we close out, I have one more question for y'all because I thought that everything that y'all said I agree with. But can y'all name me one LGBT character that doesn't fit the regular norms of being LGBTQ? One LGBTQ character that's not in Ballroom, that's not on drugs, that's not a mental case, none of the things. Can y'all name one? One character.
I got two: Whoopi Goldberg and Queen Latifah.
I'm talking about a TV character.
Nah.
No. Can anybody?
I already said that you couldn't earlier when I had my turn. I told you the three things they depicted the LGBT character as and everything.
We can't name one. And if we got to think this hard, then it's bad. This is bad. Maybe we need to make a movie in black.
How about the character Cuba Gooding Jr. played on Boat Trip?
I don't even remember that character.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember it too.
I gotta go back and watch the movie. I don't think he really. I don't really think he. Yeah, he was all even his character in What Dreams May Come, because he was the gay angel.
And that probably was
What
subtle.
about Brokeback Mountain?
We talk about black people. You talk about two gay cowboys. The only one that you could probably
and then Moonlight. Like the characters in Moonlight, I don't remember their names. I do apologize.
They were drug dealers, weren't they?
I mean, when they got older, I'm talking about their younger characters. You know, the characters that was exploring, beating each other off.
The only character that you know of that's been black on TV and LGBTQ is Bet. Bet from the L Word. She was a lawyer. That's the only one. But look how they depicted her as a lawyer whore. Only one.
So that's one of the three that's one of the three things that we named. So she don't count neither.
Nope.
We always attach to some with some negative feeling. Right. We can't just be that one. And that's it. We can't be the one that's doing good. We can't be the one that's the center of strength for the whole group. We can't.
Not true.
We can never be that.
You saw on TV though. Okay, yeah, because movie wise, the one who played the one who played Little Bit and for B-Boy Blues, you know, from the book to the screen remained the same.
Okay.
You know, but that's the only one I could probably. Yeah, that's the only one I could probably narrow down to. I mean, because
one in my 53 years, that's terrible. One in my 53 years, that is not good.
That's not good.
That's terrible.
And we had to talk for 10 minutes to find that one.
Facts.
So that's even fucking worse.
Facts.
All right, I'm gonna put the panel up on the screen, and as usual, anything y'all want to say before we close out?
Kaylani and Donna, we missed you guys tonight.
Well, Donna was grandparenting, but
yeah, she was
where's Miss Kaylani?
And Kaylani, I don't even want to know, baby. We'll talk off the air.
Just happy birthday, Kalani. I know you still
Yeah.
celebrating.
Oh
Happy
yeah.
birthday,
It's not
Kalani.
snowing
Where's
now,
Zay?
baby.
Zay,
I
my
know
boy
you
Zay.
doing the thing.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man,
The
I
snow
miss my
finally
boy
melted.
Zay.
Kaylani getting
Yeah.
her birthday on right
Boy
now.
Huh?
I said I
So,
miss my boy Zay. He makes me laugh, but I love his chain of thought, man, for real. He
Yeah.
sometimes he'll take you
Yeah.
and you haven't thought of something like that before. You know what I mean? I miss Zay. But I'm looking forward to the show, to this
Yeah.
new season and all of the great things we got coming. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Um I can't even get my chain of thought together, but I'm excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
It's-
Peach smacked us with some
Man,
of
I looked at
these thoughts. Yeah, these subject matters for the shows.
yeah.
Peach like starting her shit. Um, I got a problem with that, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I
It's gonna
look
be interesting.
crazy in them throwback photos. How about you? I feel like I lost weight. I look crazy. And that one photo, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, damn, that's a whole other body there. You know what I
I was
mean?
just looking
I'm
at the
just
clip
like,
and I said, "What the hell? Like, what was I on in that clip?
But
Like, first of all, Peach, if you're gonna put me on a clip, can you make sure first of all that I don't look like I'm fucked up? Like, come on, Peach. I looked at that clip. I said, "Damn, what was I on? Some meds or something that day?"
but
yo, one of the people that looked like I was on my pain meds. I'm like, yo, I look high as
Listen,
hell. I
oh
was
my
my
letting it all
eyes look
hang
like
God.
out.
they're going like this, shifting all over the place.
I didn't realize how much weight that you had lost until I seen that clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
I ain't buying no
Facts.
new clothes either, y'all. Not yet. Yeah.
I went out, got a whole
I
new
was just
wardrobe.
like,
I'm
wow,
10 pounds from my goal weight, and God knows, like when I get these last
I'm
10 pounds,
there.
whoo!
Hmm.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
my
there at my
normal
goal weight.
question. My normal question. Did y'all learn something tonight?
Y'all
And which
crazy
in
as
the
hell.
end, y'all learned something.
Y'all
We
crazy as hell.
always
Yeah,
walk
Every
Yo,
last
away
one of
with
y'all
something.
crazy as hell.
yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Every
yeah.
last
Dre
one of
keeps
y'all.
talking about me pastoring and ministering.
Look,
Yeah,
we learned
yeah,
that we need better representation in movies. So somebody
yeah,
better get the writing
yeah.
the scripts.
Tim.
Tim.
I gotta start.
Tim. Everybody said Tim. Yeah, they
Well,
said Tim too.
I guess I know what I gotta do.
That's right.
Oh God.
It's clear. That's what
All
I
right.
gotta
So
do.
let me put up the QR code once again. I'll let Dre go into the fundraiser. Oh my God, y'all is crazy.
I
Tim,
just
get the
want
writing.
5%. I'll help you edit, Tim.
I love it. Listen, people, we are hosting our first Rainbow Paint and Sip. It is going to be dynamic. It is going to be held at the legendary Lafayette Gallery, 227 North Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware, on March the 14th, I believe it is, which is a Saturday, the second Saturday in March, actually. It is going to be dynamic. We want you guys in the building. We are working on a number of different things. Of course, the wine is going to be stacked. There's going to be a signature drink of the night. We got some light fare coming, so that you can not just, have your sips, but, you got something to absorb the sips that you have. It's going to be sophisticated. It's going to be fun. And guess what? The In Black cast is going to be in the building. That means we signing autographs. We making sure that everything looks good. We making sure that y'all have fun. And my crazy ass, y'all already know. Listen, don't let the pulpit fool you, baby. I act like this in church too. So at the end of the day, we want you guys to click on that barcode, that QR code that you see there at the bottom of the screen, or go to imecorp.org. Look for our event section. Get your tickets now, because listen, the gallery only holds but so many people, and I'm trying to pack this bastard out. Lafayette Gallery, owned by Eunice Lafayette, world-renowned artists, art in every place you can think of, including the Blue Ball Barn here in the lovely city of Wilmington, Delaware, but also even in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the President Bill Clinton Library. So she's world-renowned. Her art, some of her LGBTQ pieces are going to be on display and up for sale. But we want you guys to support us, because every bit of the money that we get into this goes to not just In Black, but also I Am Me. And we got some boss events coming up this year that you don't want to miss. So I promise you, stay tuned. This season is going to blow your mind, but the events are going to even blow you better.
Yes, and I will be in the building.
Thank you, Dre. So I guess with that being said, I'm gonna close out in black. Listen, y'all. Listen. This season is gonna be something else. We're gonna go all the way in. We're gonna talk about stuff that you're gonna be surprised. You probably even gonna wonder if this is still a nonprofit. Some of the things we're gonna discuss. So join us next Monday. I'm about to start putting on the fly at 8 p.m. ish because you know
Next
us.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
I'm sorry, next Tuesday. Why do I want to come on a Monday? What's going on with me and Monday? All right,
Monday,
join us.
again.
I don't know. Join us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. ish because we're on Black LGBTQ time. So you know that might be 8:30, 8:45,
Don't say
9. I don't know. It'll be between 8 and 9. Join us. And our topic for next week is what? We're in the pulpit and what? What are you going to do about it?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
With that
what
being
you gonna
said,
do, brother.
y'all have a fabulous night. Panel, tell everybody good night. Please don't forget to share this live. Tell your friends about I Am Me and Black. We are back. Good night.
Good night.